Show. It's your host, Josh Lee. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Always keeping some hot content coming up. The boy Billy is at it again. So, not gonna even hold you. Let's get to it.
According to the book of Enoch, which is one of the apocryphal books left out of the Bible, but he's important because he's mentioned in the Bible. These beings came from heaven to earth, and then they have names. They taught human beings how to technology, how to make weapons, how to even make beer and all this other crazy stuff. And then they took Enoch on a trip to the Earth's atmosphere and beyond, and he saw the Earth and the shape of the planet as a sphere, and how he saw that he was living on a giant ball, and then brought him back. The only Bible that has the book of Enoch in it is the Ethiopian Bible. It's the only Bible in the world that actually incorporated the book of Enoch into their canonized text. The rest of the biblical Bibles omitted the book of Enoch.
So, right now, can y'all see that? Y'all see that right there? Let's get into this. This basically from chapter 7 from the book of Enoch. So let's get into it and see what it says. Let's see. And all the others together with them took unto themselves wives, and each chose for himself one, and they began to go into them and defile themselves with them. And they taught them charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots, and made them acquainted with plants. And they became pregnant, and they bare great giants, those who height with 3,000 ells, who consumed all of the acquisitions of men. And when men could no longer sustain them, the giants turned against them and devoured mankind. And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood. Then the earth laid accusation against the lawless ones. So, look at what they taught them. They taught mankind, they taught women charms and enchantments and the cutting of roots and making them acquainted with plants. So majority of the time, this is where sorcery, witchcraft, voodoo, this is the origins of it. This is the origins of it. And but we're going to tie all this in together. Now, you see this right here? This is chapter 8. Let's look at what chapter 8 says. One of the top angels, and Azazel, taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplate, and made known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them, and bracelets and ornaments, and the use of antimony, and the beautifying of eyelids. Ladies, do any of y'all ever wondered where did makeup come from? Because one of the Egyptians, this was way before the Egyptians ever came up with it. This is exactly where it came from. Beautifying of eyelids, antimony, and all kinds of costly stones, and all coloring tinctures. This is all with fabrics, and beautifying the eyelids and the toenails, and making paint. That's basically what all of that is. This is the beginning of learning how to do illusions for makeup. That's what, because we all know that's what makeup is an illusion. That's what it's for. This is where guys get makeup from. Yeah, so he was right. They did teach man how to make breastplates and the metals of the earth in order to create war. And what else? And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Semjaza taught enchantments and root cuttings. Enchantments and root cuttings. Come on, y'all. Enchantments and root cuttings? Come on, y'all. Most of y'all dabble in witchcraft and all other stuff. You already understand where that come from, what that is. Y'all sage burners. And keep playing. Moros, the resolving of enchantments. Barakajal taught astrology. Kokobel, the constellations. Ezekiel, the knowledge of the clouds. Erekil, the signs of the earth. Shamsiel, the signs of the sun, and Sariel, the course of the moon. And as men perished, they cried, and their cry went up to heaven. So, let me show you one more thing. So just so we know, we get all this tied in together. Now remember, the 10 patriarchs. I want y'all to remember the 10 patriarchs of the Bible. Do y'all remember the 10 patriarchs of the Bible, right? So that would make Enoch the 7th from Adam.
Yeah, that's good, son.
Y'all see that? You got Seth, you got Enosh, you got Kenan, Mahalalel, then you got Jared, and then Enoch. So, in the days of Jared is when it says just what his name means. They shall can't come down. So in the days of Enoch's father, which is the 6th from Adam, is when these watchers came down and they started teaching mankind these things. By the time Jared had Enoch, they were already full-fledged into what they came to do from the oath they made on Mount Hermon. Now remember, there's no Abraham, there's no Egypt, there's no Mizraim, there's no Israel don't exist at this time. This is pre-flood. This is before the flood. Everything he keep talking about as far as these beings that keep coming down from the earth, this is exactly what he's talking about. But he won't give credit that it states right here in his Bible. All he keep talking about with these, everything when y'all keep trying to bring up these Egyptian hieroglyphs and all the things with all of these pantheon gods on them, from Isis and all that, this is the origin of it. This came before that. This is before Enoch come before Gilgamesh. Enoch come before Enki and Enlil. There's no Enlil or Enki before Enoch. So there's no way, if the book of Enoch was found in the Qumran on caves, then as far as him being the 7th from Adam and being Jared's son, he was well aware of the angels and what they did. So he was able to write it down and seen everything. Oh, and the last thing he was talking about, as far as y'all just straight up let him just straight lie to your face.
Took Enoch on a trip to the Earth's atmosphere and beyond, and he saw the Earth and the shape of the planet as a sphere, and how he saw that he was living on a giant ball, and then brought him back.
Y'all just let him straight lie to your, make up a lie. So let's see what it actually says. I saw the treasures of all the winds. I saw how he furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundations of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. What? And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. Let's read that one more time. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the 4 winds which bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. And I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of heaven and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of the heaven. These are the pillars of the heaven. That is what Enoch saw. Now, I'm glad that somebody else that has read the book of Enoch has made a rendition of exactly what Enoch saw while he was up there. And their credit goes to the late Rob Spiegel, who came up with this rendition according to the book of Enoch. This is what the earth probably looked like from up there, from the description of Enoch. I keep telling y'all, man, I do this all day. When you are somebody who's actually trying to learn the truth of the Bible, the Holy Spirit will continue to guide you to the truth. It won't steer you away from it. There's no way you get a cornerstone on a ball. People, You don't get a cornerstone on the ball. What does Isaiah say? What does the book of Isaiah say? What does God say in Isaiah? That the earth is that the heaven is his throne, and the earth is his footstool. This is probably majority of footstools. This is what they look like. So most likely, this is probably what the earth will look like, and being up there, it will be the only way you'll be able to see the sun, moon, the stars, and all of the mountains and everything else he's describing that you can see. You can't see that on the ball. There's no way you'll be able to see, there's no way you can be up that high and see all of that on the ball. And they telling you, and how is it he's able to see that if we are orbiting 666,000 miles into just nothingness? According to what the word says. I hope y'all paying attention. Billy is keep leaving y'all a whole lot of information out. But I just showed you guys before you get to Egypt, the mysteries of Egypt or Babylon, you got this. This came first. This is where Babylon, the Assyrians, this is where the Egyptians, this is where they all derive from. This is where it all derived from right here. And then it was Nimrod was the first king after the flood. So basically restart it up again. But all the mystery, all of the mystery occult teachings that we see now, they all were copied from Nimrod, because he was the first king after the flood. This is where it all come from. But the origin of it is, I just showed you guys, is right here. When the 200 angels came down, if we were going by the chronology of the earth according to the book of the Bible, if Adam is the first man, then by the time you get to Enoch, there's no mention of Thoth or anybody else or nowhere else. They didn't exist. All of your post-flood gods that come from Egypt and Assyria and Babylon, and all of those come from here. This is where they all come from. They all originate here. This is where they originate from. Y'all, you done made it this far with me. Thank you for rocking with me. Trying to reach this goal of 10,000 subscribers. I love y'all. Keep your armor on. YouTube telling me to make sure y'all look at the next video you probably see over here. That's where I'm gonna be at. Y'all be easy. We out. Yo.